cruel is that to pick me out of a crowd and just be like, I pick you to try to force myself to love. He and I started this family. Like, why? Because Robin was only 10 at the time.
My God, I completely forgot that Sister Wives was back. I thought it was coming back at the beginning of October, so I'm behind on my reviews. Anyway, it's your girl Valerie. I lost my voice. I'm trying my best. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, click the like button, turn on the notification bell for when I upload new videos, and definitely leave a comment. In this episode, I'll be reviewing Sister Wives, Season 19, Episode 1. Okay, so the episode starts with the catch up. Obviously, this was filmed in 2022. This was before Garrison passed away, and they actually have a note to say so. Sad about Garrison's passing. I never sort of inquired how he passed away because I didn't want things to trigger me. I really liked him on the show. It's really sad. Anyway, so you have Christina who's moved away to Utah to be closer to her children. Obviously, it's I think this was filmed before she got married. I think she got married to David this year, if I'm not mistaken. So she is happy in Utah. She doesn't care about Kodi. She doesn't care about what's happening with Robin. She's just maintaining her relationship with Janelle at the moment. With Janelle is moving on with life because she has moved on since Kodi has refused to have anything to sort of mend his relationship with his children with Janelle, which is really sad because the reasons that he fell out with Janelle's children are the reasons that bond him with Robin's children, and it doesn't make sense to me in the sense that he was kicking out the other boys because he said they were older. But you also have Robin's children who are about the same age or slightly younger by a year or two, and yet they still live in Robin's house. So I don't know. I understand Janelle saying no. If you can't love my children, or if you can't make efforts to build a relationship with my children, then we're done. And she is justified. I would do the same. If I were in a position, I would do the same. Anyway, so you have Meri. Meri is at what can I say? Waiting to exhale moment. She's ready to burn it all down because she actually swore, and I was shocked because I don't remember her ever swearing. But she's at this point where she's tired of protecting Kodi. She really wants everything out in the open so that she can move on with life, and I really want that for her because for years this man has led her on and told her what she wanted to hear so that he could benefit from whatever she brought into the family, whether it was her sort of divorcing him and not taking him to the cleaners for whatever he owed her because he wanted her. I think Kodi wanted to divorce her, but he didn't want her to sort of know she was divorcing him until after he divorced her. That way, she had no access to claim any of his properties. So at the moment, Mary is mad and she's saying she wants to be released from the church because she still feels she needs to be released from the church. Christina said she didn't want to. Christine said she didn't want to be released from the church. She was happy to move on. The marriage is over. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. You have Kodi and Robin. They go to Coyote Pass, and so at Coyote Pass, they're busy talking about the family and how the family is sort of split up, and how Robin still has hopes that Mary and Janelle will build on the land with her. And it's like, you don't have hopes of them building on the land. You have hopes of them bringing their finances because you say the finances are due for the land. So she's always benefited from Mary and Janelle, and I don't think it can be any different. I don't see her selling her current home to build on Coyote Pass. Kodi is sort of saying, "Oh, I don't think Mary would want to live here and watch us." Well, the two of you played Mary, so I don't think she would want to live there, given the fact that you tricked her into divorcing you, you tricked her into bringing another wife, knowing full well that you didn't want her anymore, instead of being a grown man and telling her the truth. I don't like that. I really have a very bitter taste about Cody in my mouth and his wife and the way she tries to sort of use tears and pretend to be a victim. She is no one's victim, as the boy said last time. She's no one's victim. She needs to own up to her mess. The most awkward and uncomfortable thing I've ever seen. So they're still showing McKelty pregnant. We all know McKelty had twins. She had boys, and they should be about a year or two now. So you have Christina decide to host a party for McKelty, and McKelty has always been close to Robin and Kodi because there was a time when Robin was complaining that she couldn't cope with it, looking after the kids. So McKelty apparently moved in with Robin, and that's when they developed their bond. So she wanted Robin and Kodi there, which makes it very uncomfortable because Robin and Kodi and Christine are not getting along. And I don't know why she felt the need to do this. She could have easily just had this moment with her mum, and then maybe at some point invited Robin to maybe a birthday or something a while later, once emotions have settled. Because at the moment people are still in their feelings, especially after the divorce. It was uncomfortable to watch. It was really uncomfortable because Robin and Cody were playing out like, they are the victims. They don't want to be there, but they have to be there just because they've been invited. At the end of the day, Robin was saying Christine refused to have a relationship with me after she left Cody. And it's like, it's not a must. It really is not a must for her to have a relationship or for her to want to have a relationship with you. It's not about you. It's not always about you. This is why Cody's children have a problem with you, because you always do this, whereby you always find a way of playing victim. And so you could see Cody, the way he kept moving. They were playing musical chairs, literally. They were playing musical chairs because every time Cody went somewhere, Christine would move away from that place. And I don't know whether it's because the producers wanted it for the drama or whether it was just that they felt uncomfortable, because apparently the last time they met was when Cody had this "you stabbed me in the kidney," performance. So what do I think? Do I think they should have come? Yeah, if they've got a relationship, yeah, but still it's very awkward and very uncomfortable, especially the fact that they were doing it indoors. And so there was very limited spaces for them to be. And so I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know why the drama. I wish they could, find a way to coexist, especially if they know that their children will want them to be in certain areas or certain places together. So that was uncomfortable to watch for me, who wasn't there, let alone for those that were present. Isabel, she is now living, because she was living with Madison and her family for a bit. So she's decided to move back to Utah and go to university there because, she feels she's ready to move because her mom has moved and left Cody. And I I like the relationship between Christine, Janelle, and Janelle's children, but I sort of hate when they start to sort of say negative stuff. It's mainly Christine who's always got something negative to say about people like Meri. Oh, Meri, we're not involving in this. Meri, we're not. And it's like, if you have moved on, what did Meri actually do to you that makes you have this sort of distaste? I know there are things that they've said have been done. I'm not naive. But at the same time, I think if you're going to move on and move away from someone, then move away. And so for Cody to find out from the producers that, Janelle was helping them move, Isabel, and it's like, Isabel was living in Janelle's daughter's house. What do you expect? Do you expect Janelle to just stay wherever she is at Coyote Pass or wherever she is and not attend or participate? That doesn't make sense. Especially if her daughter is going to help move Isabel, then it makes sense for Janelle to be there because Madison is already pregnant. Um, and apparently, Cody and Madison don't speak because Madison wants consistency. And she has said that as long as Cody is not ready to be consistent in her life, she doesn't want anything to do with him. And I'm happy because she's setting boundaries and she's making it known that she's not going to put up with whatever her mother and everybody else in his or all the other females in his life put up with. And so for Cody to be upset and say, I'm not talking about Madison, and it's like, what did she do? Did she divorce you? Are you that upset that she didn't want to put up with your nonsense? Are you that upset that she didn't want to be part of your drama? Make it make sense. I don't get why he was upset. And for Robin to say, "Oh, I want Cody to have relationships with his children," well, maybe you should be encouraging him. If not, maybe you should be making an environment that's safe for all the other children to come. Because the boys were upset with their dad. The least you could have done was you could have sat the boys down with their dad and said, I'm not offended. I need you to move on that you can make amends with your children. But she didn't do that. So for her to come on camera and start saying, "Oh, I want Cody to have relationships with these children," I don't get it, and I'm not buying it. Anyway, they then meet up once they get to Utah, and you have Mackenzie come. She's heavily pregnant, and they're celebrating Isabel moving back to be closer to the family or to her immediate family, which was cute. Um, you have Mary go to Vegas. She's doing some sort of meetings or whatever, and she goes to see her friend. And so she's sort of confiding in a friend about the problems she's had with Cody and where their relationship stands. And I'm happy that the friend wanted to make sure that Mary was completely removed from the situation because I always am a true believer that you can never force anyone to leave someone unless they're ready. And so, because her friend waited until Mary said she was fully detangled, or she had fully detangled herself from Kodi, that's when the friend celebrated to say it's about goddamn time. And it is about time, because all the fans have been upset on behalf of Mary because of the way Kodi has treated her, because of the way that Robin has participated in convincing Mary that there was hope in this marriage, knowing full well that Kodi didn't want anything to do with Mary. So I'm happy that her friend was able to tell her the truth. And for her to confide in a friend and say, she's justified. Mary's justified in saying, because she told her friend that Kodi told me that he never loved me. All he did was try to sort of like speak it into existence, more or less. That's the impression that he gave her. And it's like, how horrible can you be? She's right to say, how mean can you be? You picked me out of a crowd and said you loved me. I could have had, she could have had somebody else marry her and give her the life she deserves instead of him pretending to love her, only for him to dump her when he meets his new shiny toy. And Mary is not taking any BS, because she says, so what? He dragged me along for 32 years because he was waiting for Robin to grow up, because at the time she was 12 years old. And it's like, oh, Mary ain't playing. Mary ain't playing. Mary is mad, and she is after her pound of flesh. And I'm here for that. Like about Mary is, yes, she doesn't get on along with her sister wives, but she has friends who are ride or die, friends who will stand by her and be honest with her, and friends who value her and will support her. So I love this for her. I love the fact that her friend actually told her the truth, that yes, I truly believe that Kodi is doing and saying everything he feels he needs to say in order to impress Robin. And sadly for him, one day he's going to wake up when Robin leaves him and he's going to find himself all alone. And none of his family will want anything to do with him because it will be too late. So it's a pity that he doesn't realize how much he's damaged his family, how much the words of his coming out of his mouth will stay there till eternity. And there's video footage of him saying some of the most vile things to his wives and about his wives and about his children that he had prior to meeting Robin. And so for Mary to say that Robin is a nice person, if she was a nice person, she would have made sure that this man maintained his relationships with his children that he had before she walked into the family. The fact that she is not bothered that, this man has completely abandoned his family and has decided to pretend like they're not, nothing, he never knew them, doesn't make sense to me. The fact that she's decided to play naive and watch him tear his family down, because after tearing everybody else down, he's going to come back to you. How will you feel when he tears you down the same way he's torn down Mary, Kristen, and Janelle and their children? Make it make sense. What do I think? I don't know. It's going to be an interesting season because sadly it seems they're 2 years behind in filming. So I don't know. It's going to be messy, really messy, and we get to see when Christine's boyfriend David meets with Kodi. It seems Mary and Christine are somehow cordial because they seem to give each other a hug in the trailer. I can't wait to see what happens. Really, I can't wait to see what happens. And it's a pity that this man has torn his own family down. And this is the problem with reality TV. Because of the need to constantly provide drama, people end up behaving in ways that are uncharacteristic of them. And sadly for Cody, he's embraced this persona and now he's lost his family. But anyway, thanks guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And click the link in my video to watch my review from season 18 of Sister Wives. Bye guys.